In this take, I want to talk about the Los Angeles Clippers versus the OKC Thunder. And I want to give my post-game analysis on that. But before we get there, though, please like, subscribe, also hit the notification bell just so you can get the newest and the bonus content first. We put out content every day, so you won't miss any content here. Let's just go ahead and jump right into this. Now, this game was really one-sided for the most part. The Clippers didn't lead the whole game. The only time I think they led was in the beginning, was up 5-4. OKC played hard. They played really tough, and they played, together as a team. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's just, evolving as a player, as, he's been looking, as he's been doing the last couple seasons. So shout out to him in OKC. But, it was Paul George's night to, redeem his first half. His first half was horrible. He came back in the second half and, scored over 27 points, I think, in the second half. I think that was big by Paul George. The Clippers needed this win, because if they would have went down this time, against a team like this, it would be more than a bad look on them, and especially more than a bad look on Paul George. The only problem is, you look at a game like this, to me, it shouldn't even come down to this. The Clippers have a way better team than OKC, and I'm not sure if the Clippers played down to their competition, or are the Clippers really, is this really how the Clippers are going to be the rest of the season? Are they going to, are they going to play up to the level of potential that we saw, coming out of the playoffs last year when they made it to the conference finals, even without Kawhi Leonard? Because you thought the energy around this team would be a lot better, going into this season based upon what you saw in the playoffs last year, even when they didn't have Kawhi Leonard and they made a run and got to the Western Conference Finals. So, I know that their team isn't completely the same, but their team really isn't completely that different either, So it's kind of interesting to see, what you've seen from this team so far. And it's very early in the season, I get that. But, like I said, every win counts. And, every game counts for a team who's undermanned, because, it's like your season's right in front of you already, and everybody else who's healthy, is just going through the motions, going through the season. But when you're undermanned the way the Clippers are, every game, every win is crucial. And this is a big, crucial win for them. They didn't need to go 1-5. Now they are 2-4. That's good. And well, that's not good, but it's a lot better than 1-4 or 1-5. And, the Clippers are going to have to try to find a way to build off of this. It wasn't the best game. It was kind of sloppy, for the Clippers. Paul George shot really poor the first half. He came back and made it work. But that's not going to cut it going forward, because if it takes you to, get going in spurts here and there, that's not going to help you win a lot of games, because you're not consistent enough to keep the offense afloat, or keep your offense afloat the way it's supposed to be throughout the game. And that's not going to bode well when you're playing really good teams. See, OKC is not really a good team. They're a team who plays hard. They're a team who plays, with intensity and want to win, but they don't have the type of the clientele to do so. That's why they're not really a great team. But when you start playing greater teams, you're going to have to be more consistent and more efficient. And if Paul George, and the rest of the crew of the Clippers are going to play like this, play down to their competition, that's definitely not going to bode well for their future in this regular season. Because, like I said before, you got to beat the teams you're supposed to beat, and you can't play down to your competition. You got to take everybody serious. You have to play every game like it's your last, and then you have to go out there and realize, hey, our season's on the line every game, because we're undermanned, we're understaffed, and we're trying to, build something here where we want a winning culture. And if you want a winning culture, you have to do the necessary things you need to do to start winning. And like I said, hopefully this game tonight against the Thunder really wakes them up, So, but it's good to see, the Clippers, They had 5 or 6 players in double figures. Reggie Jackson, he ended up with a big shot at the end to close it, basically. He didn't shoot good, but, he did hit the big shot at the end to basically close the game. I think he's their closer, I would say. It just seems that way to me. Nicholas Batum, always, impressed by him and his defense, and he's really underrated, but he was in double figures again. Terrence Mann, a few others, and that's the way the Clippers are going to have to be. They're going to have to be a consistent, balanced type team. It can't be Paul George have 40 and everybody else have 8, 9, 7. That's not going to work. It's going to have to be more than that. It's going to have to be more like it was tonight, but even better, because like I said, you're going to start getting that schedule where you're playing the really, really good teams, the Philadelphias and, or better teams, I should say, the Philadelphias, the Atlanta Hawks, and, the Bucks, and all type of teams. It's going to come up. So the Clippers, like I said, take advantage of teams like OKC, and take advantage of this schedule you got right now, favorable schedule you got this week. Take advantage of this, because it's only going to get tougher, and we're going to have to see how this team pans out. But it's going to be hard to really tell how the Clippers are going to end up this season just so far, because every game they're fighting for their life. And, like I said, a game like tonight, I just thought maybe the Clippers will win by double digits. And, they're fighting for their life all the way to the end in a home game against OKC, who doesn't even have a superstar. That's just really not good. It's not overwhelming right now, but it should raise an eyebrow at least, because, teams like this, Clippers are going to have to, put these teams away. Don't have a team like this lingering around and, making plays. Because, you almost got beat at home again against a team that you're not supposed to lose to. So, it's like, hey, you take the win how you can get it, you learn from your mistakes, and you be better on the next run. And that's the way the Clippers are going to have to carry it. And that's the way the Clippers are going to have to look at it. And that's the only way they should look at it. And, hey, Ty Lue and the crew, big win tonight. Shout out to them. Shout out to PG for having 32, 9 and 7. Big night for him. Big second half. Luke Kennard got to shout him out too, because he had 13 points in the second half. So, he made some big shots and keys as well. So you definitely got to give him some credit also. But like I said, big win for the Clippers, on to their second win. You didn't want to be 1-5, so you got to do what you had to do, and you found a way to come through. But hey, that's my take on the situation. Leave any comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the game and the reaction and everything. And hey, Khaliis out.